How many of you have seen ghostly, deadly, horrid, scary-looking ghost towns? You know, those towns that look almost completely abandoned as if ghosts live there? The first thing you may notice are the neighborhood crime signs. Next, you'll notice the homeless people and empty lots. But what you don't see is how some of these neighborhoods could be something much more beautiful, like your local plaza, garden, or park. Hi, I'm Noland Childress, and I'm here to speak to you today about how you can influence change in your community. To begin, there are many literary arts about inspirational change for the greater good. One of these literatures is a book called Seed Folks. Now, don't call me a spoiler, but in Seed Folks, a girl plants a lima bean seed in an empty lot that had previously been filled with trash, rats, and rusty furniture. So you may be thinking, okay, so a girl planted a bean in an empty lot. What's the significance of that? Well, other characters who live nearby notice this bean in the lot and are inspired. Together, they create a community garden in the once-upon-a-time ghost town. It's, well, to me, incredible how one person started a small project, not knowing it would transform her creepy, looming neighborhood into an inspired community, just because she wanted to plant a lima bean seed for her father. Maybe you could do what she did and start a community garden. How awesome would that be? However, I will not be a spoiler, and we'll close it on Seed Folks. Yet with that conclusion, Seed Folks is not the only novel that shows how you can influence change. Another is a book called Linked. In Linked, someone paints a horrible sign of hate in the school atrium. As usual, this creates drama in the community. Some people question who painted it. Therefore, rumors fly. But a light shines through in a time of dark, and a group of students decide to create a project to bind them together instead of breaking them apart. What was this project, you ask? A paper chain link with 6 million links. You heard me correct. 6 million links. Let's think about that number for a second. Now that I've given you a second to think, we can all agree that 6 million is a crazy number, and it is, but 6 million is what they need to give that positive change for their community. In the end, they reach the 6 million links, and they grow because of it. Gardening, community projects, all these wonderful things you can do to influence change. I bet you these kids agree too. Greta Thunberg. This amazing present-day 18-year-old started a movement to fight climate change, to which inspired millions of kids around the world. Since then, she's gave numerous TED Talks and has even had a chance to speak at the UN. Next is Githanjali Rao. Where do I even start with this girl? She was the first ever Times Kid of the Year and has taken on numerous issues such as opioid crisis, cyberbullying, and access to clean drinking water. If I can do it, anybody can do it, she says. Next is Judical Martinez. Judical has given abundance of TED Talks, just like this one, and served as youth director of Earth Guardians. His goal? To fight climate change and help protect rights for indigenous communities. Fourth is Emma Gonzalez. This amazing young woman started a movement to fight This amazing young woman, as a survivor of a school shooting, has spoken numerous times about gun control and is known for the March for Our Lives protest. Her advocacy helped ensure the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act here in Florida. And last but not least is Marley Diaz. This girl is responsible for the hashtag 1000 Black Girl Books movement. The movement she started has collected over 12,000 Black Girl books, 12 times her original goal, and has even been recognized by the White House. What an accomplishment! Marley's work has shown her community, and the world for that matter, that stories are powerful and important to our society. And these kids aren't the only people who've changed their community too. Even celebrities from our past and present changed their community and went on to change the world. Walt Disney. Let's be honest, you've all heard of Walt Disney. He entered the entertainment industry with one goal in mind, to help create a magical, family-friendly environment. Long story short, he succeeded and went on to create a literal magical, family-friendly environment, Disneyland in California, or Disney World, here in Florida. Now, there are countless, and when I say countless, I mean there's not a number to count them all. Okay, that's a lie, there is, but there's countless, and there's countless more celebrities from the past who've changed their community, and I'd like to acknowledge them, but we don't have time, so acknowledging them and moving on. Now let's move on to the present. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has made lots of wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, specifically 100. You heard me right, 100 wishes. That's 100 gifts to the poor. By August of 2013, he was the first to make 200 wishes, 200 gifts to the poor. That was 9 years ago. Imagine how many he's made now. Next is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has donated over $100,000 to people in need. She's donated holiday gifts for what she calls Swissmas, a time of giving to the poor. She's worked with Scholastic's Read campaign and has even made surprise visits to sick children in hospitals. Good work, Taylor. Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato has raised over $15,000 to help children out of poverty with the Free the Children Act. How did she do this, you ask? By putting her clothes up for auction, over $15,000 have been raised to helping children out of poverty. Next is Zendaya. Zendaya's worked with Convoy of Hope to help feed initiatives in disaster response. She wished all of her fans to wish her a happy birthday by donating to Feed One and end world hunger. And last but certainly not least is Beyonce. I'm going to be honest, I'm a huge fan of Beyonce. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm a huge fan of Beyonce. And she has a beautiful singing voice. But when I hear Beyonce's beautiful singing voice, or when I hear Beyonce's name, I don't think about her voice. Instead, I think about what she did for her community. Beyonce created a charity called #BayGood. #BayGood has partnered with United Way programs to help get clean drinking water to Flint, a city in Michigan. In addition to her own charity work, she's also donated her own savings to Kids Wish Network, the Lunchbox Fund, and Feeding America. Good work, Beyonce. We are America, a powerful society. We can do anything, any of the things I've covered in this speech, whether that be gardening, community projects, donations, fighting climate change, or even just smiling to a neighbor. You can change your community. In conclusion, I hope I have convinced you there are a lot of ways you can change your community. I wish to see you all in the near future. Have a wonderful day, and remember, you can spark a change in your community.